I once had a nursing school test question where the client was literally on fire, and half of my class still got it wrong. Why? Because they relied on the exact NCLEX practice advice that most nursing students get taught. If you're doing the same, you might be wrecking your grades and accidentally sabotaging your ability to think like a nurse. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to break down the 5 big mistakes most nursing students make when it comes to doing NCLEX practice questions and what you should be doing instead. And yeah, I'll tell you the full story about that fiery client test question too. The question described a patient who was literally on fire, like clothes burning, the whole deal. Except on a test, this is just written words on a page, not an actual client screaming for help in your face. So the actual test question said something more like, client exits the burning house with smoldering clothes and char marks underneath their nose. And then it goes on to say, what's the priority nursing action? Now, you probably see what you're going to be doing here because I already pointed out what the real problem is. But when studying different types of burns in nursing school, you have to understand that it is drilled into you that char marks under the nose equals airway injury. It's like some sort of secret code. And that's because all the hot air from the fire goes down the airway. It damages and burns the mucous airway, which can lead to inflammation. And that means that the airway could clamp shut at any second. So when half my classmates looked at the answer options, they saw things like provide oxygen, secure the airway, and their brains screamed, ABCs, we always prioritize based on ABCs. And so that's what they chose. But I think you can see the problem here because if they had stopped for a moment to think like an experienced nurse, they probably should have picked stop, drop, and roll as the appropriate priority nursing action to stop the clothes from burning. And of course, that was the correct answer because if you just slapped on oxygen, that's a flammable gas, and we're actually increasing the risk of injury and explosions. Not to mention the fact if their clothes are still smoldering, they're continuing to get more injuries. So am I saying it's bad to use ABCs or Maslow's to help prioritize the answer choices when you're on a test? No, of course not. They have their place, but you can't jump straight to those. If you do, they become gimmicky test-taking strategies that don't really help you learn to think like a nurse.